Pinchus the pirate, and I'm back again. Now, if you remember, we left off last week talking about, that's right, first mate, the 10 plagues. And last week we learned about, oh, hello, first mate. Come, we learned about the first 7 of the plagues. And this week we complete the last 3 of the 10 plagues. And the first plague that comes, number 8, is arbe, locusts. They were like grasshoppers. There were so many of them, covered so much of the land, you couldn't see anything. And again, Paro says, okay, you can go, and then as soon as it stops, he changes his mind again. Then comes number 9, the 9th makkah of choshech, darkness. Choshech, darkness. It was so dark, the Mitzrayim, the Egyptians, could not see anything. Only the Jews were able to see. In fact, it got so dark, for 3 days, the Egyptians could not even move. And the Jewish people were able to go into the Mitzrayim's houses and look for treasure, like pirates. And then Paro says, okay, you can go. And what happens then? You know what happens? Paro changes his mind again and says, no, no, no.
No.
And then comes the last makkah, number 10. But before we get to number 10, the Jewish people are given a few more mitzvahs. In fact, they're given the very first mitzvah in the Torah. Now, those of you that have listened to Pinchus the Pirate's videos before should know what that mitzvah was. That's right, first mate, but let's see if they remember. Does anyone remember? Excellent, Ephraim. That's right. Rosh Chodesh. The Jewish people were given the mitzvah of making a calendar and setting the months according to the moon and knowing when the new month begins. Then we get another mitzvah. The Jewish people are told to take a lamb, a sheep. What does a sheep say, first mate? That's right. They take a bah, and they were supposed to shecht it and do something very interesting with the blood. They had to put the blood on the doorposts of their houses so that when the 10th plague comes, Hashem could pass over their houses. All the Jewish houses that had the blood on the doorposts, on the mezuzos. And while they were in their houses, they would shecht that sheep, the lamb, and they would have a Pesach meal together with maror. Does that sound familiar? That's right. We were given the mitzvah of Pesach. And as we go on with the story, you'll see how even more Pesach mitzvos unfold. Now, the 10th plague comes. That is Makas Bechoros, the death of the firstborn Egyptians. And at this point, Paro gets super scared. Anyone know why? Anyone? Excellent, Ruvain. Because Paro himself was a firstborn. And now he got so scared, he went running to Moshe and to Aaron and said, get out, go. Don't even pack your suitcases. Don't take anything. Just get out. I'm kicking you out. And the Jewish people had to leave so quickly that they didn't even have time to finish baking their bread. So what happens when they don't bake their bread and the dough doesn't rise? No, we don't get pita, we get matzah. That's right, and that is why every year, because it was the time of Pesach, that we eat matzah with maror, and when Mashiach comes together with the Pesach, the carbon Pesach, because that is what the mitzvah that was given to the Jewish people was here. And we rushed out of Mitzrayim, and the bread didn't leaven, so therefore we had matzah, and we know, as the story will continue next week, what happens when Paro changes his mind again. Now, first mate Dovi is apparently very tired, and I, since I'm not being rushed out of Mitzrayim, had time for my dough to rise. So I'm going to go braid the challah. And when we finish challah, we make a hamotzi lechem min That's right, haaretz. And we're going to go finish making the challah now. So once again, Pinchus the pirate, First Mate Dovey, and all of our crew are going to wish you Shabbat Shalom and Toodaloo!